Happy evening! Welcome back to hashtag Ask Mydvija. You all have been asking questions and I'm loving and enjoying this experience of answering it. I've always believed one of the best way to gain clarity in life to ask questions. And yes, answers do lead us and do make us a better person at the thinking levels. Today, few very different questions have come. First question has come from a mother whose child is just 2.5 months old, and her question is, my child is doing thumb sucking and for last 15 days we have been trying to take it out but it's just continuing. So first of all, anything to which a parent say no, child will want to explore it, will want to repeat it. So whenever child is doing thumb sucking, one of the rule is they never remove. This does not work with kids. So if you say strict no, kids want to follow it. So one of the ways is you play with the child and then to remove it. You distract the child with hand and remove it. You give child something in hand to keep your child engaged. Then it will work. Something like an fruit teether, something like an actual teethers, depending on the age obviously. The question has been asked by a mother whose child is just 2.5 months old. So probably giving teethers can be a good option. Remove thumb from the mouth in a playful way. That's the second option. Third thing, child is not getting into thumb sucking habit. Usually at this age, kids are exploring fingers and their toes. So many times you'll realize that they just keep on playing and exploring the fingers. Let them do that. Let them do that. It's needed. It's part of their development. It's part of their developing years. Don't get into this that if it turns into a habit, do I have to apply medicine? How do I remove this habit? If you start entertaining these thoughts, it might not be right on a child's part. So keep removing it in a playful way. Give child something in hand to be engaged. Keep distracting the child with the whole thing. If you say strict no, in fact, you increase the chances of it becoming a habit. Irrespective of saying all these things, in case it becomes a habit, it's very easy to remove that habit between the age of 1.5 and 2. Because personally, my daughter Sachi, younger one, had an habit. At the age of 2, we could remove it so easily. I just told her that there's a wrinkle kind of a thing that is happening. So because you're putting thumb into your mouth, that's why that is there. Let me apply a medicine. I used to apply Famite to it. After informing her, this medicine is little bitter. Still, if you feel like putting in the mouth, you can put. But once you take it out, I have to apply medicine again. Second day itself, she told me, Mama, no, I don't want medicine. I don't want thumb sucking. I'm okay with that. So that's okay. They understand and they remove. Don't worry. You be chill about it. That's very important. If entire family is bombarding, this is going to create a habit, this is going to be difficult. You be peaceful as a mother. That's most important thing. Second question has come from a mother whose son is 13 months old, and her question is, his behavior has suddenly changed. Suddenly he's throwing tantrums, he's doing zed, he wants what he wants. If he doesn't get that, he cries profusely. It has not been the behavior till now. Why suddenly this behavior is there? Understand. Kids are growing in intelligence. They will grow every bit, every moment of their life. If they know, they want to explore a new way. Like by doing tantrums, they want to experiment. Do they get what they want? If you give, their purpose is served. If you don't give, their purpose is not served. This is not the age where child can plan, long-term planning. I do this, I do that. No. For this age, kids are doing a momentary planning. मुझे अभी ये चाहिए. Let me try this way, that way, that way, that way, and blah blah blah. So understand something very important. Give attention to those things which you want your child to repeat. Don't give attention to those things which you don't want your child to repeat. Especially in this question, the way you have mentioned, don't give any attention to tantrums. Let them cry. Let them do whatever they want to do. Don't give it attention, and at the end just explain them. Crying doesn't give you anything, and that's what you have to understand. 13-month-old kids understand, so they will understand this much, and you have to explain. Second question has come from a mother. Child is around the same age, 1.5 year old. That my child just wants to play. This same question has come from one more mother whose child is around 4-year-old. And even her question is, my child just want to play. They don't want to do anything focused, anything static, anything sitting. So what can be done? Kids love prioritizing things. So for example, there are 5 things that kids have to do: playing, sleeping, eating, drinking water, and reading a book or listening to something that parents are telling. Your child is going to, let me clarify first 3 preferences that your child has. It's playing. They can compromise even their sleep for playing. Second is sleeping. They can compromise their food for sleeping. Is that much important? Third will come food. So if your child is having beautiful people around, kids around, and they want to play, they might not sleep. They are feeling sleepy, but they will not sleep. If your child is feeling too sleepy, they might not eat their food properly. So these 2 things come prior. And rest of like reading books and listening to parents. The 4th one is reading books, and 5th comes the last, listening to parents when they are giving something as a suggestion or a teaching or in correction. They just don't want. So understand how kids prioritizes. So one of the best thing that you can do, especially with this age group, is that allow them to play. Once they are play and done, if they're feeling too sleepy, let them sleep. And then once they wake up, feed them food. If you feel no Shreya, they stay hungry and then the weight is getting compromised, we cannot go ahead like that, then make few things which you can make them eat when they're playing. Allow them. You want to play, sit at one place and play, and then you will eat. Don't give something in hand which becomes a distraction for them as a part of playing. It's not that they are running around and you're feeding them. No. I'm talking like sitting at one place. If they're playing with something which is very small in their hand, probably let them play and feed them. And in worst cases, like there are moments when my kids just don't want to eat, then I have got few finger foods. That's one of the best idea that every parent can make. Like you can mix flours. Currently what I have made is urad dal ka atta, and in that I have mixed all the dry fruits powder and good and the kharik powder, jaggery, everything. I mixed it together and made small biscuits kind of a thing out of it, homemade. So when I feel that too much into playing and she just don't want to eat, I give them 1 or 2 of that and I tell them at the end of this you will have 1 banana. And then if you want, you can take a nap or sit for some time and then you'll have your food. Inform prior parents, this does not work. So you have to tell them, you want to play for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you're supposed to have your food. Kids will prefer playing over anything else in their life. And don't you think that's their age to do? So many times we feel like doing something else, but we can't do because of society, family, responsibility. And they have the age to do that. So allow them to do without compromising too much on the nutrient part of it. Just take care of that. Things can get balanced far better and in a far comfortable way. Lastly, one of the mother has asked how much I should push my child. My child is just crying. They don't want to go to school. He don't want to go to extracurricular classes. He don't want to learn anything. Whereas our elder daughter is a super performer. First of all, you can't push child beyond a point. So few of the very easy trick is that push them for the school. What is important, they must know that this cannot be missed. For an extracurricular classes, you have to keep searching till your child finds his love into an activity. It can be a musical instrument, it can be in chess, it can be a ground activity, it can be skating. See, just because your elder daughter is very active into the sports, who knows, might be your younger child want an static sport. Something like chess, something like creativity, something like art, something like painting, something which is more static. So you have to keep exploring. Give yourself a 1 month time where you give exploration to your child. How much is possible for you? Tell the coaches that I will not be able to pay fees for 8 days. Once after 8 days are over, I'll pay fees for 1 month. Inform your child prior. At any cost, this 1 month you will have to attend these classes. At the end of 1 month, we'll talk. So that is important because every child needs to find out his expression in life, and that takes time. See, for me as an adult, I took many years to find what is my passion in life, and accordingly we go ahead. Who knows, might be communication, stage performance, that becomes a passion, singing, that becomes the passion. Keep exploring, and that's what is best for kids. And don't get disturbed. So somewhere why mothers sometimes get disturbed is that because there's a comparison ground, that things have been very different with my elder child and things are very different for my younger child, but they're supposed to be like that because they're two different kids, though the parents are same. They're created by God for two different purposes, and we'll have to help them to find it out. And till we reach there, we still experiment. Till you reach there, we still experiment. And once you reach there, you start exploring. And that's how we go ahead. So this will help you all a lot. So thank you so much for asking me beautiful questions. If you have a questions, please put it in the comment box with hashtag Ask Mydvija. I'll answer it in the segment which is coming next Thursday. Thank you so much. Have a great time and bye.